Hey up everybody and welcome back. Well, I'm here in snowy New York again. We enjoyed our week in Florida, which was very nice. With typical good timing, of course, we went all the way down to Florida, and up here they had the warmest week of the winter. It was 60 degrees apparently one day. But anyway, a nice time, nice house right on the river. I'm starting to have some doubts about Linda's feelings about me, because she got this house with kayaks and things, and the first thing I noticed everywhere was signs about alligators. And then when we went for a walk in a state park, at the trailhead at the beginning of the hike, there's a big sign about what to do if you meet a bear. So I don't have any insurance on my life, so I don't know what she's after. But anyway, it was good fun, and we're back, so we'll be able to get stuck in with things. Had more, just like a steady increase in subscribers. It's been very nice, and lots more comments. Everybody loves the blue, of course. Everybody seemed to get some information of use from the nickel plating video, which was quite something. It took me several weeks. Every time I tried something, it went wrong. It wasn't until I sort of broke down and bought everything new, and then it just worked perfectly. So I have a couple more pieces to nickel plate actually, but obviously where we are now is we've got to start rebuilding this. So I sort of finished off the last bits. There's the front hub done. I even had one friend, he's a Brit who lives up in Canada, who actually phoned and said, "Wow, love the wheels, the blue in the alloy rims and so on." So we got that done. So I've got the wheels to build up, stainless steel spokes, of course, and I put the rear shocks together, the rear suspension units with their nice nickel plated collets here. So I was going to leave these black, you know, as if they were just as stock, but then I thought, no, come on, bit of polish, bit of blue. So there they go on. And the other thing I've done is I started blasting the engine cases. I don't know if I'd mentioned, but the black on them is quite hard. So what I've done is I've done it in 2 stages. I did it first of all with garnet, which is abrasive but not too abrasive, but that took the black off nicely. And then I'm going to do them again with the round glass bead to sort of peen it, and it doesn't leave it such an open surface. It's a little more resistant to dirt and stuff. So now I've polished this. This is the rear light, and a little bit later on I'm going to show you something, because I'm not sure whether I want to leave it polished or whether I want to paint it silver so that it actually blends in with the mudguard. So we'll show you that a little later. The other thing I did when I was polishing and what have you was I masked it up, and the Yamaha of course is in black. So I did the Yamaha, there's a case on both sides, in the blue and the polish, and then the rest of it of course is going to be just the aluminium patina sort of thing. So enough said on that. We've got to put new bushes into here, so we'll press those in, then we can put the swinging arm in, and then we can put the rear suspension units on and the mud guards, and we'll put the forks in and all that sort of stuff. So I can't think of anything else to mention before we get going. Oh yes, there is some viewer feedback, and because of the debacle almost with the last video and what have you, I want to get your preferences. Would you rather I wait until I've sort of got something completed, which if things go wrong and what have you, can take me 2 or 3 weeks, or would you like me to just, more like, what is it called, a vlog? Would you like me just to put the video up on the Sunday and show you what I've done during the week? And if it hasn't been much, it'll be a short video, and if I've got a ton of stuff done, it'll be longer. So what would you rather have? Something regular, or say like Steve Shop does, where when he's sort of finished things, he'll put a video out. So let me know in the comments, and now I'll get started and we'll begin to reassemble the monster. Now then, I've laced both the wheels up. I think they look quite nice. Had a little bit of paint chip on the edge. I was wondering about this edge. You know, paint doesn't like edges, so I have to just touch it up, but on the whole it all went together nicely. As I say, stainless steel spokes, so a little bit more polish around the edge. The rims aren't perfect, but hey, what the hell. So that's that. I haven't trued them yet. Now if anybody's interested, if they've not been with us for a long time, about lacing up wheels and truing them, if you go to the series of videos when I built the 250 Trials bike, I'll put which episodes it is in the video description, but I spent 2 videos going over everything from the way the holes are in the rim to different types of hubs and how that affects the spokes and how to lace it up easily, and then how to true it up using the quadrant system that I use. So as I say, I'll put it in the description. If you're interested, you can go back and watch those couple of videos and learn everything I know anyway about wheels. Next thing I'm going to do is press some new bushes into the swinging arm here. You get these bronze bushes. Now as I mentioned, the swinging arm bushes aren't greased. They're actually lubricated with 140 gear oil. So because instead of keeping grease in, you've got to keep oil in there, the way they go together is like this. Let me think now. That's going to go in there. So you have that goes in there like that, and then you have an O-ring. So when that pushes in there, this is sealed up against the side of the mounting, and then at the other end you have another oil seal and a plate at the end that has a through bolt. So what we're going to do is press that into there. Well, we'll press the first one into there, I think. So I can take the so the thing to remember with these is this, because it's a bit of a pisser if you press that in and then you suddenly think, damn, I didn't put the O-ring and end cap holder on. So I'm just going to press these in the vise, so let's move over to there. Now I've just taped a little bit of cardboard on the side where the paint is going to be, so we'll just put that in there. Press that into there like so. Unfortunately, the bush is just slightly proud of the cover here, so you don't squish the cover when you're putting it in. So let me do the other one, and then we're ready to put this into the frame. So I've put the swinging arm mount in, and you may remember I was going to attack in a couple of solid steel pieces at the bottom here, and then I actually decided against that because of the rubbers here which I'd left on. But anyway, I've put it back the way it was, and I decided that a couple of 1/2-inch bolts, 4130 bolts, would hold this all very nice. So what we have to do is we have our O-rings. We'll put a drop of grease in there just to hold them. Now these seal up the bushings against this part, and then there's an O-ring that goes on the other side as well. So we'll put those 2 O-rings in there, 1 and 2, and as I mentioned a couple of times, it's actually a gear oil, 140 gear oil that goes into them. So I'll lube the bushes up with some of that, and then we'll put it in and slide the the spindle through. So, that down, clean my finger off a little bit. There it is, there it is. Otherwise we'll have things shooting out of my hand, and I'd hate to drop the swinging arm. Right, so you remember this is threaded at one end, and actually, I don't know if you can notice, but this end's got a little chamfer on to help it through. So I've made sure the oil holes are clear and all the inside is clear. So let's see if we can put this in. Of course we have our usual thickness of paint problem. Oh, it's going in nicely. Just a nice fit. In there. Oh, I've left me rubber hammer over there, look. Now will you behave yourself and just stay there? No, I haven't got it in far enough. Oh, bugger. What have I got? Bit of brass here. I've got a bit of brass. That'll work. Do. Oh, the miles out. There we go. We have heard the change in tone there. So, what happens now is there's an O-ring that goes on here. And of all the bits I've ordered, I forgot to order. There's a little plate that goes on both sides and a long bolt that goes all the way through the middle. And the plate on the far side is drilled to take the grease nipple, which is really an oil nipple. So let me trundle off and just, I should have brought the suspension units with me. Okay, let me change your view and then you can see me put these on. These are going to look really nice. Pull you back a bit. God, oh, this is so clever. Right, so that is going to go on there. Again, it's paint. I suppose I should really have masked that. There was no need to paint it at all. Tell you what I'll do as well, I'll put a little bit of grease on that so that it doesn't seize onto the metal centre of the bush. How's that? Try again. There we go, look. And then this is going to come up here. I'll just hang this on so you can get the effect, and then I'll do these properly. God, this paint is thick. There we go. Whoa, yes. Does that look nice or what? Alright, let me put the other one on, and then we'll see about the forks, I think. Next thing we're going to put in over here, the fork yokes. So we've got all the bearings greased up. That is going to go in there like that. That is going to go in there like that, just like that, look, just as easy as that. Come on. What the hell's going on here? There we are, just like that. Not like that, like that. And that's going to go on there. Like that. Hang on, the little rubber things. Rubber seal on the... There we go. And go on like that. I might have made this bolt a bit long. Oh, hang on. I think there might be a little spacing piece that I have to put in there. Let me just go and check on that. Maybe not. That might actually just have been when we had those other forks in, before I reworked everything. Feels nice. Now then, we also have, of course, a little grub screw that goes in the back of there. Hang on again. Yeah, we're doing this in ragtime, as they say. Okay. That screws in the back of there. Well, you can't see me screwing that in the back of there, can you? That screws into the back of there. Goes into a little slot that was milled in. That, you see, locks that up. Alright. Now it's starting to get heavy with this stuff on, so I'm going to move it over to the other table. Alright, next thing is to put the forks in. And we've got to remember that we have other things to go on as well. So, fork in the bottom yoke. Our headlamp bracket on. Put our clip on, so we've got the right one. And up we go. Into there. And then, hang on, I forgot my Allen key. Hold on a second. Tighten this. that. Okay. Then we'll go around and do the other one. Put them out the way so we don't chip the paint on them. I bought these, supposed to be for North Commando. Oh, no, they're actually meant to be for an XS 650. It said North Commando type, so I thought, oh, get them. But then we've been a couple of millimetres big, particularly at the bottom. Right, here we go. What's in there? Put that on. That tightened up. Oh yeah, one of them is tight. That's too big. It's the smaller one, which of course is in the rack. Can't you tell it's getting near the end of the day, people? Little red-handled Allen. Let me go and find it. Right, got it. See, this is why I asked you at the beginning about wait until I've got enough stuff or just doing what's what, because some days things just don't go right. You can spend an awful lot of time and get not very much done. Alright. Level with that one. And the big. There we go. Exactly how we put these handlebars, so I'll just set them. I have them right at the top. That just tighten that up. Oh! It's starting to look something like now, isn't it? Alright, I'm going to put some nice little stainless steel clips on them to hold them in place. gone like that because there isn't a little hole in these. You often find that you buy gaiters and they don't put a little breather hole in. So when they're really tight, they're sort of airtight and nasty things happen. You wouldn't have heard that then, but when I pulled that to the side it went so I'll put a little hole in. You put the hole in the bottom, of course, so that water doesn't get in. Alright, now the next thing actually will be the mud guards. So, let me go and see about them. Now there is something I've forgotten, so we'll do it now. The spindle for the swinging arm goes through here, and there's actually a lock bolt that goes in there. So, before we go any further, let me put it in. So what I've done is I've screwed that extractor I made into there, because that will do two things. One, it lets me knock it through to line the hole up, and two, let me just grab an adjustable. It lets me turn this, too far, I have to go all the way around now, to line the hole up. It is, if memory serves me right, it's a 1/4 inch fine, which is what a lot of the Norton stuff is. So we'll put that in with a little lock washer. Right. Now then, that's that end finished until I get the end caps for it. Alright, front mudguard. How many of you will put a mudguard on and then step back and look at it and realise you've put it on the wrong way around? Ah, no. Maybe it is just me. Anyway, I'm pretty sure that this one is the right way around. Whoop. So that's that on there. I'll do the other two nuts up in it, bolts up in a minute. There's no need for you to be bored watching that. So let me switch you off again. Next thing's the back mudguard. Now I can't remember with this whether I wanted 1/2 inch or 3/4 bolts. So we'll start with 1/2 inch ones. again. There we go. Now I'm putting the bolts through this way. Yeah, 3/4. I'm putting the bolts through this way to so I don't have anything sticking down, because you know we've kept this a very sort of low level sort of look to it. So there. I mean, I can always grind the tops off these a little bit. That one there. And there's one goes through this, which is why I've put the this part back on. Isn't it annoying when things move and then they move too far? Okay. Right, we'll bolt that up in a minute, but let's move you around slightly. There, what do you think? It's not looking too bad, is it? You know what? I can't resist it. Never ceases to amaze me. You can take things apart, and then when you go to put them back together again, they don't fit. I mean, come on. You all saw this tank on there, didn't you? Now the bolts won't go in the holes. Of course, it could just be paint again. Ah, there we go. And we might as well finish the ensemble there. Something wrong with that. That back mudguard should be higher. Oh yes, I think that looks quite pretty. Oh, I've got a run there, look. The only run on the entire job. Well, we'll get that out, that's no problem. Alright, that's it for now. We'll carry on putting more stuff on next time, and of course we'll be working on getting the engine right. Oh, here's what I was talking about, look. Do we want that polished or grey? Actually, I think polished, yeah. And of course these are going to go on there like that. And my nice shiny brake pedal that I made, because I nickel plated it, it's going to go on there. Alright, it's time for my dinner. So, let me get into frame, because I'm going to ask you a question. Let me just lift you up a bit. Alright, I was looking at the statistics the other day, and it would appear that half the viewers are in the UK and all of the viewers are over 55. So here's a question for you 55 and over from the UK. See if you can put a name to this. Keynsham, spelt Keynsham, Bristol. There you go. Let's have some names. A blast from the past. So as I say, I'm going to go and have my dinner, and you all go off and enjoy yourselves.